been playing as of late, especially at home, you guys being undermanned yourselves. What can you take from this one?
I just loved our approach from the beginning to the end. Obviously, we're shorthanded and, they took advantage of our size. We gave up 20-second chance points, offensive rebounds. We played defense, for 24 seconds, but it seemed like this, we've been playing so well, you can't give them second chance points and second opportunities that make you pay, and they did.
What was running through the mind when you're in transition and Nurkić was under the basket?
Nothing, just attack. So I've been my whole career, I'm pretty much see who can meet at the apex. So that was my whole mindset.
After you threw it down, were you a little surprised with yourself? Or you just...
No, I knew it was going to be a good one. That's going to be shown for a long time. And I was more excited to look over and see my teammates, how excited they were. So that it'll go on. That one will last forever. And my highlights, for my career and even when I'm done.
You talked early and often in this one about doing the little things with your guys. How much does being shorthanded factor into the inability to be able to sustain that?
Well, I think for the most part, we sustained the effort tonight. They got a double digits on us in the third quarter where they made a run, but we sustained our energy, we sustained our effort, and we left everything out on the floor. So, even being shorthanded, we still wanted to play the caliber of basketball that we're accustomed to playing, and I think we did that.
LeBron, it's been a long time since you put up numbers like this consistently and having won more than roughly half the game. How are you processing what's happening right now on your mind in terms of wins and losses?
Well, it is what it is. I think at the end of the day, my approach is to always stay the same. It's continue to attack defenses. If I attract two to the ball, give my guys opportunities, rebound the ball, defend. You got to, it's a lot of, energy that's used with that, but that's fine as well. But, it's been a long time since I haven't played, with another all-star, on my team. So, having Kev out, it's been very, very challenging, obviously, for all of us. Kev is, big usage rate on our team. We get the ball when things get chaotic. We can throw it to him on a low post and get some things going. But it's not just Kev. We're missing Double T as well. Rodney went back out again. You take obviously you want to win every game, but my approach doesn't change.
LeBron, the city of Portland gets up for you once a year. You come to town here. People are going crazy. Fans were trying to pay for a billboard to get you to come here. Just your thoughts on things like that.
Well, it's always exciting for me to come to Portland, that's first of all, my connection with Nike, from day one, and knowing this is, the home of Nike, Beaverton, but it's still Portland, right here. So, I've always had a good time playing in front of so many, business partners, but associates and now family that I've grown over my 15 years with Nike. So, and I respect the fans that they gave me a very warm welcome here in Rip City.
A game like this, when you're down 15, cut it to 3, and really were right there and had some chances.
Like you said, we had a chance to win the game. You look at the whole game flow, we missed free throws, just small mistakes, and that's it. That's what it all comes down to at the end. We still had a chance to win late, but they're on a winning streak. They're flowing right now, so they pulled it out tonight.
Do you find much solace in the fact you did it without 5 guys, essentially, because Rodney couldn't finish the game?
Oh, yeah. We just all got to step up, when guys go down. Just keep continuing to play. But, once we get back healthy, I think we'll be fine.
What's it like trying to hold on to that positive momentum that you had before when the injuries keep popping up?
It's definitely tough, but I don't want to make no excuses. We still got to come out here. We competing. We out here trying to win these games. So guys stepping up, playing well. John coming in there doing some good things. So I think we're doing a good job still. It's just got to get him on. Get healthy. That's the biggest thing right now. Just get healthy.
What were your thoughts of when LeBron cocked it back on Nurkić?
I think it's a body bag in the hallway right now. So. That was nasty. That was one of the nastiest dunks I done seen. So, Yeah, it was sick.
Yeah, you were up there among the celebrants, weren't you, on the bench?
Yeah. That was crazy. That was one of the best dunks I've seen with my eyes.
Ever?
Yeah, that was crazy. Myself got to be better, being a little bit more aggressive and things like that. But, you know, we're already down short, man, but we can't make excuses. You know, we got to continue to play together and figure it out.
Injuries happen every year, but it seems to really be snowballing on you guys now. Just how do you keep it together, and how do you keep moving forward when bodies are dropping left and right?
I mean, just keep hammering away. You know, injuries happen. You know, we can't do anything about it. The only thing we can continue to do is, you know, continue to fight with the guys that we have out there. Hopefully we get the guys back sooner.
How do you get yourself going or involved earlier?
I don't know. You know, I'll figure it out. You know, I'm still trying to, you know, find my role and my way here in this offense and things like that. It'll come, but, you know, it's just watching more film and, you know, getting in the gym more, just trying to figure out how to pick my spots.
Played on a bunch of different teams, picked up a lot of new systems. Is this any different than any of the other ones? It seems like Ty keeps talking about it's just not clicking yet for guys. Is that natural because of the timing of things, or is there a reason why it just seems to be taking a little bit longer this time?
I mean, sometimes it's tough to go from one team to another in the middle of the season. You know, you've been programmed your mind one way to come to a different system and run things a little differently, offensive scheme, defensive scheme, things like that. So it's hard for a guy to come in, you know, 5 games, 6 games in and say, oh, he's right into it and he's found his rhythm. You know, it's a whole different team, a whole different approach. So I got to continue to watch film, figure out how I can be better to help this team win games. And it's been a little bit unacceptable by me, you know, inconsistent.
Were you concentrating more on defense at the beginning, do you think? Or?
I mean, definitely so. That's always, you know, the first thing I focus on is defense. You know, defense always wins, you know, championships. So that's my first go-to. And, you know, sometimes it's my night and sometimes it's not. But like you said, I got to find ways to be a little bit more aggressive on the offensive end, take more shots probably, but also getting a little bit more active on the defensive end and help my offense to get off to a better start.
Yeah. I thought we was blitzing and, you know, having scramble to get back to the basket, but we did some good things defensively with our blitzes. You know, offensive rebounds, having 13 offensive rebounds kind of hurt us because our initial defense was pretty good. So, you know, playing Jeff at the 5 and Bron at the 5, we knew it was possible it was going to happen. But I liked our scraps tonight. I thought we competed, and you know, they just made some couple plays down the stretch.
So why, when you're so short-handed with bigs, why isn't Ante a good fit tonight?
Well, tonight, you know, if you see, you know, we try to have him up in the blitz, and, you know, CJ split him a few times, dribbled around him, and then also Dame did the same thing. So we just thought that to open up the floor and just try to get more shooting on the floor would help us out, and you know, it did, but we just couldn't get stops when we needed down the stretch.
I'm sorry. Do you have to weigh initial defense versus rebounding? You know what I'm saying? Like, Ante obviously could have helped you on the boards.
Yeah.
But you're talking about he would have hurt you in the initial line of defense. So how do you balance those two?
I mean, it's just a tough game. Just something I went with my feel on. And, you know, down 3 with 2:40. I mean, here in Portland, you'll take that. And Aminu made a big shot. And then I think Bron had a chance to make a layup to cut it to 3. So, I mean, you know, we played well. Just a feeling we went with to try to put Bron to 5 to keep the spacing on the floor. And that kind of got us back in the game, I thought, too, having Corver, Clarkson, those guys on the floor and playing small. So nothing he did wrong. It just, you know, early on it kind of hurt us in the blitz, and we just kind of adjusted to that.
I know he's on a minute restriction, but it seemed like Rodney was grabbing his back there in the third quarter.
Get him out.
So he did tweak it.
I mean, yeah, he wasn't right, so we had to get him out early.
You were caught on camera with LeBron kind of going back and forth with one another. What was the content of that exchange?
Oh no, he just said he asked for a sub. I think earlier in the quarter, but not to me. He said he told the assistant coaches, but nobody saw that, so it wasn't a big deal.
Was George getting going later? His ability to find better looks, or what did you see different from the first and second?
Be more aggressive. Same thing we've been telling him. You know, I'm not a coach that's going to take you out for making mistakes or taking shots. So we need him to be more aggressive. You know, I think. You know, with Bron having to make, you know, a lot of plays, he got tired down the stretch. So we just need our newer guys just to be aggressive, play their game, and we'll adjust to them.
And you had them
you've had these guys for more than a month and you've been preaching the same thing. Are you concerned that the guys you have to keep telling to play a certain way
Not
won't?
concerned. We just got to get there. Just play. And I mean, I know it's tough. You come into a new team and the expectations of our team, but only way we can be successful and win is that we need our guys to be aggressive, and that takes a lot of pressure off Bron. Also with Kevin coming back, that'll help a lot too.
This is probably going to sound really stupid, but how
don't say it.
Well, I'm good. I like saying stupid things.
All right.
How do you gauge, when you have so many injuries across the board, and then you lose Rodney halfway through the game, how do you gauge what's a good night and what's a good game? Does it have to be a win versus a loss? Or?
I mean, it's just the way we play, I think, for the most part. I mean, of course you want to win every game, but I think the way we play, blitzing the basketball, scrapping, competing, against a tough team that won 10 in a row. So, you can take some good things away from this game, I think. But, we got to just continue to keep building. We got a lot of injuries, a lot of guys down, so we just got to have next man up mentality. I don't know. I just thought he was tired, maybe. I just thought he had to do too much and play too many minutes. But, when you're shorthanded, that's going to happen.
Were you watching when LeBron dunked on Nurkić?
Was I watching?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw.
Well, I mean, since you might be watching.
Yeah, I caught that one. I caught that one. Yeah, I watched it. No, it was nice. Reminds me a lot of myself.